It's a great privilege to be able to introduce this video that celebrates our teachers. We are so proud of the faculty in Robbinsville and are excited that we get to start this year with a celebration of what you do every day in our classrooms. I will never forget that beautiful sunny Tuesday morning in September when the world stopped. I was principal of a middle school, happily thinking about the start of a new school year, when news came that would change the course of American history forever. Around 9 o'clock in the morning, when classes were already underway in most of our schools, everyone in the country stopped whatever they were doing to sit with friends to weep and wonder what might come next. Everyone, that is, except teachers. While firefighters and first responders ran toward scenes of destruction, teachers, with equal heroism, set aside their own needs to make sure that our most precious resource, our children, were cared for, loved, and made to feel secure even while almost no one felt that way. Teachers throughout the tri-state area comforted kids who were filled with worry and fear, and reassured them that a good tomorrow would come, that good actually could triumph. Teachers who worried and wondered themselves spent an agonizingly long day setting aside their own needs on behalf of others, because teachers matter. It's easy to see acts of heroism and selflessness on days like 9/11, but teachers heroically move kids forward every day. Teachers inspire, motivate, comfort, mold, shape, teach, and model. Teachers give of themselves selflessly so that others learn what it looks like to be responsible and to stretch toward things that feel impossible to reach. Teachers open doors of understanding and challenge assumptions. Teachers cause thinking and learning and growth. Teachers matter. My fifth grade teacher, Mrs. Haynes, was a nasty old battle axe of a woman, but I will never forget what she taught me. She saw through the pompous attitude of a cocky little boy and was gracious enough to take on the project of shaping my thinking. When I came unprepared for a class presentation, she delicately asked several probing questions that left me and the whole class acutely aware that I had not done enough research to present an accurate account. To this day, I'm grateful for a woman who wasn't defined by the thoughts of a 10-year-old boy, but rather loved and cared enough to challenge this boy to a greater level of preparedness for school and for life. Teachers matter. I will never forget Mr. Stanek. I'm fairly certain that no human being could care about numbers in math as much as this man. At least that's what I thought when he taught math to me in high school. Numbers came out of this man's pores. He told math jokes and got super excited when we finally understood a difficult concept. He patiently showed us new ways to think about numbers and the importance of finding solutions that made sense. He gave the most hesitant learners confidence so that they too could love numbers and become master problem solvers. He magically transformed high school math into an exciting and interesting subject that opened doors for all of us, because teachers matter. First grade teachers speak magical language. They whisper and students jump into action. They sing little songs and students start to share ideas, read, write, and dream. First grade teachers use magic in their classrooms. Don't think for a minute that a 6-year-old can't identify and solve problems or think critically about a global issue. They can, because first grade teachers create the context where kids learn and thrive. First grade teachers are magic, and teachers matter. Teachers don't take bathroom breaks. They don't get rich. They don't get the same recognition as doctors, lawyers, or engineers, but they change lives. They cause learning. They make us think. They help us understand ourselves and each other. They teach us that our thoughts and actions can change the course of our future. They inspire, help us imagine a better reality, and move us towards the best version of ourselves. And they do this because they get a kick out of seeing a kid see the world anew. And all this matters. We celebrate teachers because teachers matter.
I should not be the focus of this video. The teacher should not be the focus of the video. This is about the students. This whole school is about the students. The reason why we are all here is because of the students.
I just think that the atmosphere that the teachers provide in this school is something that you don't come across very often.
I like Miss Martin because in the beginning of the year I was struggling. Then at the end of the year I was super at every subject. So I want to give a special applause for all teachers, but especially Miss Martin, the teacher who let all her fun out to make my year a better year.
During Mr. IHS, I won Mr. Runner-Up, and they gave me flowers, so I gave it to Miss Glossy because she always been there for me. So.
And we go on field trips.
My favorite teacher in Robbinsville is Senor Blair because there was never a dull moment in his class.
Teach me how to write if I become an author when I grow up.
Always, smiles and knows your name. Like, if you see him in the hallways in future years, they're always going to know you and just know that you were in their class and had a great time.
He has been a nice teacher to me ever since freshman year. She always has my back and always looks after me and thinks that I'm the nicest person in the world. All right?
They help me, and they're nice to me, and Miss Singer is the best one. Miss Singer is my favorite.
When I first came to the school, I was very shy, but thanks to Miss Kowalski, I got the chance to open up to my new friends.
Miss Mason always tells me to chase my dreams and don't let anyone get in the way of them.
She goes above and beyond for her students.
My two favorite teachers at Robbinsville High School are Mr. Fry and Mr. Patterson. They're two very smart guys, and they helped me to learn new skills that I could take with me to college.
I think that they helped me get more social and comfortable around people. Before I really didn't hang out with that many people, and I was kind of in my own zone. I didn't really have many people that I used to go to. After I met my teachers, I've been told you have to hanging out with friends is fun now. I think I'm more social.
Always corrected our mistakes and told us to improve our handwriting if it was bad.
Okay. Robbinsville teachers have made me a better person because after a while you get to know them and you can make jokes with them because you're comfortable with them, and they teach you lessons because they're really influential.
Yeah. Miss Pagodin always helps us learn by setting up cool activities to remember things in anatomy and physiology.
She knows so much about it and she's real passionate about it, and it actually makes me like anatomy for the first time in my life.
Mrs. Borsek played a little games that helped you learn.
A very important lesson a teacher has taught me throughout my years in school is that you have to work at everything you do, and you can't just come in and automatically think that you're going to be the best, and it takes time to really reach your goals.
But whenever people ask me about teachers or anything, I always think of Miss Menino and she's not even my teacher this year, and I had her freshman year, and I always go to her classroom, and last year, freshman year, we would sit out in the hallway and I'd play Pandora, and we exchanged quotes every day. We'd write on Post-it notes, and I just think getting to know a teacher beyond the wall of student and teacher is something that is what makes a successful school year, or I think that's what can make a very good teacher.
Who's your favorite teacher and why?
My mom, because she's my mom. Her name is Miss Middle. Teachers need to be smart to be a teacher, and all of my teachers are smart.
Teachers have made me a better student by teaching me that I should never hold a grudge against anyone.
I used to hate reading, and I was bad at it. Now, I love doing it, and it is my favorite subject. I write in my free time.
Dr. O is a great man and teacher, and he always teaches us a plethora of biological knowledge and tells great stories too.
Pretty much.
When you don't get something in math, social studies, or reading. And Miss Maddox is always there for you. She will never yell at you, and she gives you 110%.
Well, Mr. Wharton taught my mom and my aunt when they were little, so he's pretty, and I joined the basketball team, and every day, because he lives, right near me, he used to always help me, practice and stuff, and he would always, come at my house in random times, which was pretty funny. But, yeah, he's, my favorite teacher, because he's always, he's old and wiseful.
I shouldn't judge a book by its cover just because it's what's inside that counts.
I appreciate Miss Connect because she always makes learning fun and is innovative in her teaching styles and provides real-world applications for math.
I think a great quality that a teacher can have is setting by example, because teachers always tell kids to set by example, and I think that for them to do it themselves, it really encourages kids to do the same thing, and I see a lot of that in Miss Manning, because she puts a lot of passion into her work, and I think that's why kids try and do well in her class.
Miss Quashi influenced me by make sure I'm a hard worker during the school year and throughout the school year and even at jobs.
So I feel that teachers are very important here, not only in Robbinsville High School, but all over. Teachers help to mold our kids' lives, and that's very important. I've talked to some kids in the school that have even said teachers, they can come and talk to the teachers and say some things to them that they couldn't say to their parents. And I think that statement itself goes to show how much impact these teachers have on the kids and their lives here. Obviously, we want our kids to get a good education, but aside from that, the kids can take from the teachers what they get here and their experiences here and out into the real world. And aside from teaching them here, the teachers also are showing them what is out in the real world and getting them ready for the real world. So it's very important. So here in Robbinsville High School particularly, with the teachers, what I've seen are the teachers go above and beyond. The teachers aren't just in the classroom teaching their kids and walking to the next class. In the hallways, they're interacting with the kids. After school, the sporting events, the teachers that coach are interacting with the kids, and they're talking to them. You know, there's that moment when you can go from one class to another class and have a conversation that's not about school, and I think that's important. I think a lot of teachers do that here. Hey, how are you? How's your sister who graduated? How's your brother who graduated? How are your parents? I think that kind of conversation, it creates a normalcy in the school here for the kids that allow the kids to see the teachers as somebody else other than educators, and that's important.
Helpful.
Caring.
Nice.
Smart.
Approachable.
Cheerful.
Interesting.
Amazing.
Dedicated.
Challenging.
Encouraging.
Enthusiastic.
Funny. Loving. Kind. Fun.
Proud.
Grateful.
Special.
Smart.
Understanding.
Inspirational.
Hopeful.
Influential.
Interested.
Happy.
Caring.
Silly.
Respectful.
My friends.
Compassionate.
Kind.
Fabulous.
I made up this word, learn phone.
Gracias. Adios.
Thank you.